Knock, knock, knock. The door was banging in unison. It seemed very unusual to us on a summer afternoon. It seemed like it was a time of trouble or someone was knocking on the door in unison to warn us. We all rushed towards the door in surprise. I ran towards the door, leaving the others behind. I saw a man standing outside wearing a mask. I asked from inside, "What's the matter?" The man breathed out a little hurriedly. "Ma'am, your tree has fallen." "What?" we all asked, running towards the courtyard. We were all shocked to see the scene there. "What is this? What happened to this?" The tree had fallen in the middle of the road. Some of its dry branches were scattered all over the place. We had planted small saplings at the bottom of the tree. They had been crushed at its base. The TV cable that was tied to the tree had fallen down with the tree. Only the cars of the family living opposite the house were safe from getting caught under the branches of the tree. They did not suffer even a single scratch from the tree. It was a hot summer day, so there was little traffic on the road. I started to notice the fallen tree in my mind. Seeing it brought back memories of 30 years ago. We had just moved into that house. Our neighbor gave me a small sapling and said, "They have planted similar saplings all over our street. I thought I should give you the same. So I am giving this to you. So it's so nice to see similar trees." The little plant gradually grew bigger. It was always green. It had small white flowers. Its strong smell was very strange. During the summer days, the long, thin bean like fruits and flying seeds caused a lot of trouble. They would sneak into everyone's house without being heard. But since the tree was always green, these occasional troubles did not become so important. I finally found out the name of the tree. A botanist told me that it was called Saptaparni. I learned that the name was derived from the fact that it produces 7 leaves at a time in a single bunch. I really like the name of the plant Saptaparni. I also learned that it has different names in the local language due to its strong smell. The fallen Saptaparni was also like that. When the postman or courier came in the scorching sun, I usually stood in the shade of the same tree and told them the landmark. Even the drivers used to park under the tree to protect themselves from the sun. The weary passers-by would stop under this tree and rest before moving on. Some birds had built their nests and enhanced the beauty of this tree. Their chirping sounds seemed to be talking to the tree. The TV cable guys used to use the branches of this tree to tie their wires. Whenever children's kites got caught in that tree, it seemed that the tree was enjoying it. During Diwali, I used to light lamps under that tree too. It used to give me great joy. When children stood under the tree and had their photos taken, I would touch my nose, not knowing how beautiful they were. Whenever I was returning home in an auto from the bus stand or railway station, I would tell them to stop near the house under that tree. I used to think that tree was my address. During the rainy season, the sound of the pearly raindrops falling on its leaves was very dear to me. So many memories of 30 years were intertwined with that tree. The tree stood by us as a witness to so many events. It recorded its partnership in every weather, day and night. Something happened. The tree that used to provide shade to so many people had been drying up for 2 years. At first, some of its branches were drying up. When I looked at some of the larger branches, I could see green leaves. I felt a little relieved, thinking that it might recover. But after a few months, the leaves on those branches also started curling. Now I started to worry. Another thought in my mind was that the tree might sprout again after the rains. But even after 2-3 months since the rainy season started, it did not sprout again. It kept drying up. It was getting weaker from inside. If there was a strong wind, it would shake. Then I would run away and close the windows and doors. But the worry of that dried up tree standing outside was haunting me. The tree was now completely dry. We had also informed the concerned department about this. There was no sign of it sprouting, so I had grown a flower vine on its support. The vine was growing day by day. Our gardener wrapped the front part of the vine around the tree branch. Now the vine was blooming with red flowers. Felt very happy to see that. This idea made the tree look a bit more beautiful. The birds were also coming back, but they were not building their nests. They would sit on the branch for a while and talk to the tree and then fly back. By then, the trunk of the vine was also getting thicker and thicker. The tree was somewhat dry. However, it was still doing a good job of supporting the vine. The TV cables were still tied to its dry branches. It supported a vine that had borne beautiful flowers. The vine provided some shade, so the small flowers were safe in its shade. The tree was doing so much good even when it was dry. That's why I called it the virtuous tree. I had noticed that tree growing like this, so it was natural to associate with it. But today it hit the ground and made me very sad. Seeing it lying face down on the ground, I felt like virtue itself hit the ground. Along with the tree, the vine, leaving behind the red flowers, was also crushed under it. Small plant spots were trapped under it, crushed, which made me even sadder. The person who rang the bell said that it had accidentally fallen to the ground. Then the cablemen came. They started fixing the cable. They were cutting the tree into pieces and taking out the log. I could not see it with my eyes. I came inside the house, but my mind was troubled. Thinking even in the forest so many trees dry up and fall like this. Even then my mind still hurts. But what is constantly with you has become a part of your life. I was reminded of something. There were plans to convert the dirt road on our street into a paved road. Some people were saying that the road around the tree should be made the same. Doesn't the tree also need some space to breathe? Why are we going to trap it under cement? I wondered, but no one there had the patience to listen to me. Our elders have been telling us about the importance of trees. Once I was telling my grandmother, Grandma, you are planting this mango sapling today, but you won't be able to eat its fruit. Grandma laughed and said, Did you think I planted this for myself? No, my dear, I planted it for the children of today. I did not understand this at that time. But now that I have overcome my selfishness, I realize the selfless feelings of our ancestors. I thought, why should not we also pass on such a noble feeling to our future generations as a legacy? I had planted many saplings around the tree. During the festival of Diwali, when I put a string of small colorful bulbs on it, the tree would get even more colorful. But today my mind was feeling sad. I came out again. After a while, the workers of the concerned department came. They were all busy with their work. All the small and big tree branches were lying in one place. I looked closely. The tree had been uprooted and pulled out. They had tied a rope to its base and were dragging it away. Another surprise awaited me. I thought that the saplings had been crushed at the base, but not a single sapling was damaged. Saptaparni did not forget to do good until it fell to the ground. Then I felt that virtue or righteousness can never be destroyed. I was trembling as I remembered the whole thing and saw it being torn apart. Tears were streaming down my eyes. They had taken away the trunk and the base of the tree, but only the deep roots were still visible. Those roots might sprout again by the next rainy season. I am confident that my Saptaparni might come back again. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever a new video is uploaded.